All right, so here we are. I believe this will be a supplemental upload, essentially, just because we're here in my drawing program, Krita, if you didn't know. And essentially, we got a screenshot of a video of the map, and we have a cropped screenshot of all of the 6 flags that the rat team captured today. The rat team of Red Ashclaw. The markings of the map are really strange, but I'm essentially going to try my hardest to draw out kind of who got what where, and we'll just sort of guess and see where sort of everything is, and just try to use that to interpret what we should consolidate and where we should go tomorrow. So yeah, here's a time lapse of a bunch of that. All right, so this is essentially the long and short of it. So, us Red Ashclaw rats have 2 respawns. We have one at Skagerrak and one at Beaufort, I think was the name of it. I've drawn over it now, but these are 2 respawns, and we're kind of like inside, nested between these 2 peninsula on the water, essentially. This is like super beachfront, and this is also pretty darn beachfront. We never actually captured the peninsula. That's remained uncaptured the entire game, which is a bit of a yikes, but I guess I don't know. It's us down yet another point because we came in last today. So the big things to note are essentially that purple is leading by 4 points above us. I think they got 12 and we ended with 8. I can't actually figure out the territories over here. My picture of the map's kind of bad, so I'm not sure. I can only really count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they should have had 6 territories that they claimed. It looks like we actually have 8, but of course we only have 6 and then 2 capitals, and the capitals don't count for points. This is not a land down here, so they have 7 territories and then the 8th capital, so they're leading us. They have a really nice defensible position here. Here, let's just draw on some stuff. So essentially when we were attacking them, we were having to go all the way up and around the long way and then sieging them in from the valley, which is so annoying. And when they would attack us, they could literally just walk straight down the hill and go pretty much directly to Beaufort, or like take a bit of a detour and then come down the hill right at us. It was really fast for them and really far for us. So in the spirit of trying to prevent that from happening, and I also believe that this was another path that we sometimes took, but it was like super duper steep. There might have been a flag there or something, but this is going to be an issue. We're going to have to fight them a lot, and if we're going to have to fight them, we should probably consolidate something near them, because we can probably try to fight and recapture these every day, because I think this is where a lot of the shenanigans will go down. Unless, of course, the yellow consolidate that. Then that'll be a pain, but I think starting our kind of plan, what it should be, is consolidate one of these 3, ideally one of these 2, so that we have kind of a bulwark against the purple team, because they're going to be our closest adversaries. I feel like the yellow people, we can kind of like push them away through fog of war. So they will never be in a bad position against us because they'll just run away. So if we intentionally push them away, then we can focus more on fighting our closer adversaries. And then the really big thing is the strategy the rats need to employ, like this is so important, is if we go in large numbers, all with pre-made rats, what we can do is all go in a huge group, and then when some of us start dying, we all just full out either like go hard and die together, and then we all head back to respawn. And then with all of the rats at the respawn, our wave respawn will be like 30 seconds or something, and then we'll be back out to fighting. But traveling as a power group so that our respawn is really short every single time, so we get the maximum use out of our rats, is kind of like super duper meta, and is going to be what the thing is. So I envision rat swarms being like crazy important for long-term strategy. I just hope it gets employed. But essentially, I think tomorrow we should perhaps go for, here, we'll pick a new color. Our faction should consolidate one of these two different ones. Oh, that's not very well marked, but that's essentially where we should be. I think purple will probably try to consolidate maybe something more towards the peninsula or maybe something deeper in. I'm not actually sure. And yellow, please, I hope they don't consolidate that. That would be worst case, in my opinion. If they did something further away, that would be better. Ideally, the furthest one, so that we could push in closer to them. Because I would like for us to consolidate either the point or the whole shore, or like starting to stretch into the rest of the map, and then just leave the fighting on the land and have the coast protected. I don't know. Or maybe because we can get to the coast easier, we want the coast defended by us because we can boat out to it. I don't know. It's a whole thing. But yeah, I wonder if boat raids on the far side here, because there's some really nice landing areas. We could totally boat up the hill here tomorrow. I don't know. Well, we shall have to see how it all goes. But essentially, that's what the map looks like. One territory that we just did not use, our second respawn, just saw no use. A couple of areas on the peninsula up there that got some good use, and a bunch of weird territories down here that we took. Hopefully tomorrow we will do a better job of kind of curtailing purple and getting some of these maybe more southern ones, or maybe just the whole northern ones if we can push them, because the last minute fight I believe was for either those two or those two. Might have been those two. I think we ended up losing that one, but whatever. That's kind of what we need to fight over tomorrow. So yeah, that's that for me. Hope to see you all in combat tomorrow. Best of luck. See you then.